Born in China, Liu Kang was orphaned at a young age and adopted by the Shaolin Temple, where the monks discovered his martial arts potential and taught him about the world of Mortal Kombat and how to harness his chi for fighting abilities. As a young adult, he and his best friend Kung Lao left the monk life behind to join the White Lotus, a secret society of martial artists created by the Thunder God, Raiden, to train warriors for the tournament. Finally, Liu found a personal mentor in the Outworld hermit Boraicho, who taught him the flying dragon kick technique. Despite leaving the temple, Liu was permitted to represent the Shaolin at the MK tournament, where he made it to the finals and defeated Goro to become the new champion. Liu then challenged Shang Tsung to unseat him as Grand Master and return control of the tournament to its Shaolin founders. As a pacifist, Liu defeated Shang with the Dragon Kick, but spared his life. When he returned home to find that Shang had attacked the Shaolin in revenge, using a horde of Tarkatans to destroy the temple, Kang began doubting his choices. Seeking payback, he and Kung Lao accepted the challenge to compete in Mortal Kombat 2. At the Outworld tournament, Liu discovered a secret ally in Princess Kitana, and though he defeated Shao Kahn, Liu learned from her that Kahn planned to somehow invade Earthrealm anyway. When the merger began, Liu Kang and Kung Lao managed to evade Outworld's extermination squads, unite with their friends at Nightwolf's reservation, and plan a counterattack. Together, the monks challenged Shao Kahn in his fortress 2-on-1. During the fight, Kung Lao was severely injured, but watching his friend appear to die gave Liu the rage needed to defeat Kahn, ending the invasion once and for all, and even helping free Kitana's home of Edenia. With the realms finally at peace, Liu began training a new generation of Shaolin, including a protege named Kai, until he learned that Edenia had been attacked by Shinnok, ruler of the Netherrealm. On his mission to rescue Kitana, Liu was betrayed by his guide, Tanya, who led him into an ambush. However, Quan Chi had been defeated by Scorpion and Sub-Zero, weakening Shinnok and allowing Kang to defeat him. Afterward, Kitana offered Liu her hand in marriage, but Liu could not accept. His role as tournament champion prevented him from leaving Earthrealm to be with her. Unfortunately, Liu Kang's life would come to an end on the 10th anniversary of his victory over Shang Tsung. Shang had returned, forming an alliance with Quan Chi, and the two sorcerers launched a sneak attack that overwhelmed Liu, allowing Shang to break his neck and steal his soul. This deadly alliance would not last long though. Liu's spirit was freed when Raiden killed the sorcerers with a suicidal explosion. But rather than pass on to the afterlife, Liu chose to remain behind as a ghost and lend his strength against the newest threat, the Dragon King Onaga. His spiritual aid helped Boraicho and the Edenians defeat a Tarkatan army. Then he teamed with Ermac to break a mind control spell Onaga had placed on several of his friends, including Kitana. Returning home, the heroes discovered that Raiden had returned, but dark and corrupt, and had raised Liu's corpse from the grave as a murderous enforcer. Ghost Liu tracked his zombie body to the Battle of Armageddon, where it was last seen attacking his murderer, Shang Tsung. And at this point, we're gonna hit the reboot switch. In the rebooted timeline, Liu Kang had a closer master and student relationship with Raiden, which gave him a more overzealous, sour attitude towards his allies, believing it was his destiny alone to win the tournaments. As Raiden received visions from the future warning him to change history and prevent Armageddon, Liu watched him get other fighters like Kung Lao and Kitana captured and killed, while holding Liu back from defeating Shao Kahn. He began to grow bitter and doubt Raiden's judgment, until finally, the two of them came to blows and Raiden accidentally electrocuted Liu Kang to death. Though Raiden destroyed Shao Kahn, Liu's soul was stolen by the Netherrealm and Quan Chi's magic corrupted him into a revenant, twisting his resentment towards Raiden into a hatred and desire for revenge against all the Elder Gods. After Quan Chi's death and Shinnok's defeat, Liu Kang took their place as the king of the Netherrealm with Kitana as his queen. 2 years later, in order to protect themselves from Raiden, the Revenants formed an alliance with a cosmic being who could manipulate time named Kronika. Kronika sought to reboot the timeline again in an obsessive quest to create the perfect universe, and in addition to recruiting the Revenants, she distracted and confused the heroes by bringing a slew of fighters to the present from out of the past, including a still living Liu Kang. Though the Liu of the past battled Raiden and learned how he was meant to die, this did not shake his faith in Raiden, as he believed that future could now be avoided. The combined might of Liu Kang and Raiden was the only thing Kronika feared could disrupt her plans, so she captured past Liu Kang and allowed Revenant Liu to steal his soul, doubling his power. Raiden realized there was only one way to save both Kangs and merged with Revenant Liu, restoring him to life with the powers of a god. Fire God Liu Kang went on to defeat Kronika and take control of the magic hourglass she used to manipulate time, but he was too late to stop her from rebooting the universe once again. Additionally, Shang Tsung had secretly manipulated events to gain possession of Kronika's crown, an artifact necessary to use the hourglass properly. With the two old rivals now equal in power, Liu Kang had to defeat Shang Tsung one final time to decide who would get to craft the next version of the MK universe. After Liu Kang's victory, we see the new world he created, one in which he, as the protector god of Earthrealm, chooses to train the great Kung Lao for the Mortal Kombat tournament. If you want to know even more about Liu Kang, you can check out our podcast series right here on this channel called The Lost. It's hosted by lore experts Razor and Chad, and they go over every nitty-gritty detail for hours about each individual character. They have an episode already on Liu Kang, and you can check that out in the description.